Hey guys, this time let's talk about floating numbers. So this is a different type of variable that exists. Let me just clear this part. So this is a different type of variables type that exists, and it's called floating point types. Floating points. What does a floating point means? It means it could have whole numbers such as -3, 0, and let's say 3 as examples. It could also have a bit more precise number. So this is called a precision or a floating point. So we could say -3.45 as an example. We could say 0.39784. So this precision or this part, we call that a floating point. The more precision it has, the better it is, right? Sometimes when you're doing, let's say, average or something, you have to round up, so it makes it a bit easier for you to read, but you're losing precision the less numbers you have on the right side, right? So you're gonna, let's say you're gonna upcast or downcast, or you're gonna make that 4 into 0. This 8 will make this one become an 8. This 8 will make this one become a 0, and this becomes a 4. So this becomes 0.04. Let me clean that up for a second. See, I lose a lot of precision, but it's still kind of okay, but this is bad. So what sometimes we need to do, especially in stock markets or in banks or anything really with numbers, we want to have the more precisions as possible. So in this case, we got two types of variables allowing us to do this. One is called double, and the other one is called float. Now, double is 64 bits. And this is 32. I'll write beside what they are. And double is around 14 to 16 precision to decimal digits to these things. While float, I think it's like somewhere in the 6 to 7. So it's like double the amount. Now, let me change color here. So this is the bits. This is the precision, decimal points, whatever you like. Let's say precision for now. Precision. So what does that mean? It means that floating number, let's say 3, we could have 6 to 7 precision numbers after the dot. So we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After the 7th, it's not going to be possible. However, with double, we could make that precision further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And on some cases, you could go 15, 16, okay? But you could see that the precision got doubled, and this doubling of precision gives us more power. Again, remember stock markets, you're trading, let's say you're trading at, let's say Bitcoins as an example. You're selling off something super small, but you have millions of this quantities, and this precision is required, otherwise mistakes will happen and millions of dollars will move accidentally when it shouldn't. Okay, we're not going to go into too much details, but something like that. Now, something interesting to note, whenever you're using float, you need to have the letter F at the end of your values. The same thing we did with long. So let's go ahead and create some variables. So let's say my change. So float change, and I'm going to initialize my value to, let's say I have $5.89. Okay, so this F you need to specify it here. And double, we could go and much more details. So we could say, what would be a good variable name here? Let's say the amount of sugar that I could intake before I become diabetic. So I could only have, let's say, 6 pounds point something. I don't know how much of these I put. Actually, let's go ahead and do the same thing. And we should be able to do 6 of these. Right? We're still good. If I add another one, it should still be good. Okay, well, even though I added more and it's not giving me any errors, right? Let's see what happens when I actually want to utilize that inside my code. So again, I forgot to do my main. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and put those inside there. Why is it not letting me cut it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so after I done that, let's see out our change. And let's system print ln our sugar intake. Now notice these two values. Let me clear my screen. Let me run this. Notice that this value got restarted once, twice. But if we look inside of our output, we see it once, and then we see it up to 15. Okay, so even though you're gonna add more precision here, not knowing the size that double could take, we lost some numbers, and we got no error message for this. So this is a reasonable thing to get fired over, and it used to be in the 1990s and 1990s, where a lot of banks lost money and they didn't understand how, or trades lost money and they didn't understand why. And this was because they didn't understand, or their developers didn't notify or didn't understand the limitations of the variables they were utilizing. And this is why it's so important to know the size and to know what you're doing and what you're utilizing. Anyway, that's good enough for float. I'll see you in the next video.